All right, so this, of course, is the very crucial phase of polling. The sixth phase is underway. There's just one more phase of voting before the results are declared on the 23rd of this month. And to discuss as to how the capital, the national capital, will be voting today and what is the mood in the national capital, we are joined in by my colleagues Nagin Singh and Siddhant Sibil, both of them joining from New Delhi. So, Nagin, let me begin with you. This, of course, is a very crucial election, and generally what is said is that Delhi is an indicator of the mood of the nation, because the fact is, over the last few times, every single time Delhi has gone in a certain direction, the government of the centre has been formed by that party. What more do we have on this?
Exactly, that is that always happens when Delhi votes. But here there are few local issues as well which can matter this election. But as you spoke earlier, that national security is one of the major issues and which has been raised by BJP, and that's why someone like Gautam Gambhir is contesting the election. Mahesh Giri, who won the elections last election with more than 1.5 lakh votes, still he's not contesting the elections, and Gautam Gambhir is here. He has been supporting the armed forces in the past, so his image is something that BJP wants to use in this election. But also the local issues, the issue of pollution, which has been always a big concern for people, but it doesn't seem like people are really voting on these local issues. They are voting on the national issues, and even if pollution is one of the major issues for a city like Delhi, but people are not really considering it. Even today, if we see, the pollution levels are in poor levels, so we can understand that this is not really the issue. And as you said, that when people vote over here, so we have been talking to a few of the voters, so their voting ideas, or the way they have been voting, the issues on which they have been voting, this has been an indicator in the past, as we saw that in assembly elections, Aam Aadmi Party has been doing so well, but when it comes to national elections, they completely failed. So in that way, they really consider how national election and assembly elections are very different, how their polling is very different than other places. Here, caste and religion is not really a bigger concern when we talk about the voting patterns of the people. Of course, there are majority of few of, if we talk about Sikhs, there are Sikhs and Punjabis in huge numbers in Delhi. And also there are the migrants who come from Bihar and UP. They have been voting here in large numbers. They are the voters, the big voters from Delhi. So overall, it gives a mixture of people coming from all parts of North India and even from South India, and they are the voters of Delhi. So it will be a mixed voting. I mean, but it's not really the matter of caste or religion which is going to affect the elections of New Delhi.
All right, some very interesting points there. It will be very interesting to see as to which way Delhi, of course, votes. Will there be a distinction which voters will draw when they vote for the national elections and when they vote for the Delhi Assembly? My colleague Siddhant Sibil is also joining us live from New Delhi. Good morning to you, Siddhant. Now, one of the issues that a lot of people, of course, talk in New Delhi is the pollution. And this morning, when we step out, there is a lot of haze. Give us a sense of what are the issues that people of New Delhi are, in fact, voting for today.
I'm standing in South X, where a lot of people are coming to vote, and with me a few people. Let's take the view from the people of Delhi itself. So you have to vote right now, but what do you think are the big issues when it comes to Delhi, which in a sense is a barometer of who comes to power in the centre as well?
Yeah, so I think some of the issues are well known, right? So pollution is a key issue. I think all the Delhites will agree to, right, is one of the major issues. Parking, water in certain areas, I mean, these are the primary issues that I see that always have existed for last few years. And while there has been certain improvements, but it still continues to exist overall.
So you have to go vote, but another question I'll ask, what do you think is the mood right now on the ground?
The mood is great. I think there's a lot of enthusiasm I see here, and as well as rest of the Delhi people that I have met. I have my daughter here who has come with me, first time seeing how the election goes through. Obviously she can't vote, but there's a lot of enthusiasm, I think, overall. There's a lot more participation that has increased over the years, which is very good for a democratic country like India.
there is participation, and with me is another gentleman who has come with his children. Sir, welcome to WION. क्या मूड है इस वक्त?
मोदी है.
कैसे लग रहा है आपको?
अच्छा लग रहा है.
तो आप मुझे बताइए क्या मसले हैं इस वक्त जो दिल्ली में है? जैसे सिक्योरिटी एक बड़ा मसला है और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एक बड़ा मसला है.
सब ठीक है यार, इतना भी वो कोई नहीं है. खुद से है जो कुछ है.
So clearly, the view on the ground is clearly when it comes to issues such as infrastructure, issues such as pollution, because pollution clearly is a big issue when it comes to Delhi. We know in winters it's absolutely very difficult to go out. In summers it is okay, but it's still not very good. Pollution clearly remains a big issue. But shortly, a few minutes ago, I'm standing in front of a polling booth where Meenakshi Lekhi, who is the candidate of the ruling BJP, voted, and of course she spoke to WION and spoke extensively on many issues, but by and large it's a three-way fight when it comes to Delhi between Congress and of course the ruling national party, which is the BJP.
Absolutely indeed. Thank you very much indeed to both Siddhant Sibil and also to my colleague Nagain Singh for joining us from New Delhi. This of course will be a very crucial vote. New Delhi